Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's sale time. May I have your attention, please? Well, good afternoon, and on behalf of Brock Harcourt's Adelaide, Australia's #1 auction office and proud member of the Real Estate Institute of South Australia and the Society of Auctioneers and Appraisers, welcome to Jarrah Cottage, and a once-in-a-century opportunity to buy this iconic Esplanade beach home, which has been proudly owned and held by the Gilbert family for the last 80 years or thereabouts. I was speaking with Mrs. Gilbert, the vendor, just the other day after she'd celebrated her 90th birthday, and for her it's both happy times and sad times. Happy in that she's looking to move on to new horizons with her family and friends, yet sad to be leaving behind some 9 decades of wonderful memory and history that this family retreat has provided. However, she's so pleased, she's so excited that another family will soon have the opportunity to enjoy and experience the magic of Jarrah Cottage. Buyers, this is a peerless property, and it served 5 generations of the Gilbert family. And the rarity, the importance of this opportunity cannot be overstated. So today it deserves everything you can muster, every effort you can put together to make sure that you buy this incomparable sea change property. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Nick Baranikow. It's my pleasure to be your auctioneer. It's been terrific to see the interest shown on the property and to help many of you with inquiries. Now, auction is a time-proven method of sale which provides an open and fair forum in which to transact the sale and purchase of property. So the format today is really quite straightforward. First, I'll summarise the terms and conditions of sale. I'll then pause for any last-minute questions. We'll take a final look at the property, and then I'll call for your bidding. Now, if you're here today intending to bid on the property but you've forgotten to register, just pop your hand up and one of our team can pop over and see you and help you with a bidder registration form. Okay, so let's confirm the property particulars. We offer for sale today 561 Esplanade Grange, which is described in Certificate of Title, Registered Volume 5666, Folio 630, as Allotment 3 in File Plan 181 in the area named Grange, 100 of Yatala. Included with your purchase, all fixed floor coverings, all curtains, drapes and light fittings. Excluded from sale, the vendor's freestanding furniture, loose personal effects, non-standard telephones. The zoning of the property is Western Edge Policy Area 3 in the city of Charles Sturt, and inquiries indicate that there's a local heritage listing on the property. Now, the contract and the Form 1 have been on display for the prescribed time. It's important to note the following. First, you bid and buy today on a cash unconditional basis, and there are no cooling off rights. Secondly, we sell subject to reserve price, and the highest bidder at or above a reserve price buys the property. As auctioneer, I can bid on behalf of the vendor below the reserve price, and I'll state this by saying vendor bid. Now, when the property is sold, we'll ask the buyer to join us. We'll complete the appropriate paperwork. At that stage, you'll pay a 10% deposit with settlement set for Monday, the 30th of June of this year. Unless, of course, you've sought and received written permission or variation to either the deposit or settlement terms, we'll note those on your specific contract note. Also, very important to understand that as from the signing of the contract, the buyer will have an insurable interest in the property. Certainly our strong recommendation that you take out an insurance cover. If need be, we can help you with a cover note for the first 30 days. Ladies and gentlemen, are there any final questions before we proceed on? Yes, ma'am. There is no GST payable on the purchase of the property, ma'am. It's a private holding. They've held it for over 80 years, so the price you pay, there is no GST to worry about. So I hope that helps you. Good luck with your bidding. Any other questions? Sir.
I appreciate this is a beautiful historic site, but I do wish to build a very large garage as rear of the home to house my car collection.
Yep.
Council can't give me any definitive answer if this is possible, but do you have any information from the vendor that may sort of put this possible?
Yes, sir. We've been asked that question by a lot of people really exploring how they can improve the property. I certainly can't give you any better advice than the council. In our briefing, the council simply said their strong preference is to retain the home. You can apply to modify or extend it. It would have to be in keeping with the property, and they'd certainly run that past their heritage advisor. So I think that's the path you'll need to travel. So I think first things first, let's hope you buy the property, then you can worry about the garage after that. Good luck with your bidding. Any other questions? Well, ladies and gentlemen, when I stand here on the veranda of Jarrah Cottage, taking in this remarkable vista and environment, there's always one thing that makes me smile and sigh, as the cares and troubles of the world just seem to drift away. Take a deep breath. And there it is, that fresh, clean sea air, that invigorating beach fragrance that refreshes your spirit and soul and makes your eyes sparkle again. There's no doubt that Jarrah Cottage has got a certain magic about it. You can't describe it, you can't write it down, but you can feel it, and that's why you're here today. Perched majestically above the sand dunes on this 1,100 square metre allotment, this wonderful old home has an absolute beach frontage of some 26 metres, and it still stands strong and proud to this day, which is an absolute testament to how well it was built just over a century ago. But what you're here for today, and what you see here today, is purely a starting canvas, because you can now add your own signature and style and create the next generation of Jarrah Cottage. There's really no need for me to describe the physical elements of the property, nor the potential improvements you might choose to make, because they're evident and obvious to both you and your architects following your inspections and your assessments. However, with respect, what I'd suggest is the most important thing for you to finally reflect on before you make that life-changing decision on what you should bid today, or more importantly, what you should invest for your family's future and your happiness, is the priceless memories and joy that this special home will bring to you and your family for many years to come, and hopefully many decades to come. Buyers, what awaits you here is the longest long weekend of your life. An absolute year-round holiday, a Rolex lifestyle, in one of the best beach locations you'll find in the world, bar none. Now, it was back in 1924 when this home last changed hands. Next time it changes hands may well be in 2092. And I must admit, I envy the family who will have the privilege of enjoying this fine home for perhaps the next 84 years. Buyers, good luck to you all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get down to the business with some final advice. First of all, you're bidding for today for one of two outcomes. Ideally, outright purchase of the property under the hammer. That's what we're here for. That's the name of the game. Or for the first exclusive right to buy the property ahead of anyone else, should we hold the property over for final negotiation. Either way, you must hold the final bid. It's that important. Secondly, I'm sure each of you have set your bidding budget, and that's prudent to do so. But if you need to stretch a bit further today, then I urge and recommend you do so. Because today there is no fallback option. There is no plan B. These homes don't come in pairs. So if you need to push further, please do it, because what we don't want to see is someone leaving here today, you and your family leaving with any heartbreaking regrets. It's just a sad sight to see. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to shortly welcoming a new owner to Jarrah Cottage as Brock Harcourt's Adelaide presents for your bidding and for your